So let's say you're at 10% or 0%. You don't seem to qualify for a higher rating under the VA's rating schedule. And you don't have any other disabilities you could apply for service connection for. But man, that 10% rating, let's say it's a knee or back issue, it's really causing you a lot of problems. You're missing work due to it. You could really use a higher rating from the VA. So today, we're going to talk about how you could take that 10% rating or even 0% rating and build it up to a percentage of disability that you deserve using secondary service connection. I'm VA accredited attorney and U.S. Army combat veteran Ed Farmer. So let's get into it. All right, before we get into the case study today, let's talk about what secondary service connection is. So if you have a service-connected disability that is causing another disability or it's aggravating a pre-existing disability, then you could get service connection for that disability as well. So there's three things you have to show. One, you have to have what I call a primary service-connected condition. So you already have to be service-connected for something, and that condition should be the condition that you believe is causing your additional disabilities. Next, you have to have a current disability or diagnosis of the condition you believe is being caused or aggravated by the primary condition. And three, you need a medical opinion linking the primary condition to the secondary condition by the standard of as likely as not, which means there's a 50-50 chance that the primary condition is causing or aggravating the secondary condition. Let me walk you through a real case that I handled so you could see how powerful adding secondary conditions could be. So this gentleman, he came to see me. When he came to see me, all he had was 10% for pes planus, which is flat feet. That's it. He didn't have anything else wrong with him. He didn't really have a very long career, but he had this flat foot issue. So he was like, Ed, you have to do something. I'm missing work. It's causing me other issues. So I said, okay, let's see what we could do here. So the first thing we did was we took a look. Is this 10% rating accurate? He got the rating a while ago. So, disabilities change over time. And at this point, we thought, yes, he did qualify for a 30% rating. So we put him in, got him a higher rating, got that flat foot bumped up from 10 to 30%. So now he's at 30%. But because of his flat feet, the one was way more severe than the other. He walked with a severe gait. You could almost see it when he walked, and it threw his whole body off. His whole left side of his body had all sorts of issues because of the way he walked. So he had hip pain, he had left knee pain, he had lower back pain. And so we put in for those as secondary service connection, saying that because the flat feet caused him to walk that way, the gait caused these additional strains on his joints. And we provided some medical evidence to back it up. And the VA thankfully agreed. So we got him 3 more 10% ratings, which brought him up to a total of 49%, which VA rounds up to 50. But that's not all. His lower back that he just got service connected for is causing him all sorts of pain down his legs. This is called radiculopathy or sciatica. In fact, in his case, he had 2 nerves affected, not only his sciatic nerve, but also his femoral nerve in his left leg. So we were able to get both those nerves a 10% rating apiece, and now he's up to 60% total. So that's good. That's a great start. 10%, 60% isn't bad. But this guy, because of his physical issues, he wasn't able to financially care for his family because he couldn't work because of his conditions. So he became really depressed. He couldn't pick up his daughter to play with her. This guy had a really poor quality of life due to his physical conditions. So we put in a depression claim. The guy's severely depressed. We didn't even have to get a medical opinion for the depression. The CMP examiner agreed. Granted, 70%. So that's 70% on top of the other ratings. That brought him up to 90% total, which is great. This guy is very happy. But again, he was having a lot of trouble working, and his depression attributed to that. So we put in an employability claim for him. We got denied the first time around, but I got him a vocational report, we got him a psychologist report, and he was granted. So you can see that hacking on these secondary conditions could really help improve your claim. What I suggest doing is if you have a primary service connected condition that you think is causing something else, do some medical research on it. Go talk to your doctor. Hey, do you think these two things could be related? And get some medical evidence. That's going to be the key here, guys. Get the current diagnosis or disability, and then get a doctor to either help you link it with an opinion or maybe do some research and see if some research has already been done linking the two. This is the way you take what I like to call chicken shit and build the chicken sandwich. You just have to keep building, guys. That does it, guys. If you ever need help with your VA claim, the VA is giving you a hard time, feel free to reach out to me at vetlawoffice.com. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. And as always, guys, you have the power to change your VA claim.